Jason, did you get any kind of a suitable explanation on the 2 points that somehow happened there uh, in the second half?
It wasn't really explained. I think there's a lot of confusion. A lot of people were out of position. Um, so, when you look at the court was split, we're on one side and the Warriors on another, and you have a referee on the baseline. Mike was on the baseline, so I would assume Mike thought it was our ball too. Um, to explain to Mike or ask Mike, like, if there's confusion, it's easy to just come in and blow the whistle and get us restarted because it was confusion. Understanding that we thought it was our ball, the referee pointed towards our bench, but that was the signal of the timeout. And so, but there was confusion on the play before it even started with whose ball it was because he pointed, I thought, to us first, and then he changed it and then went to a timeout and pointed to us. So as I asked Mike, I said, Mike, why are you down the floor if you don't think if it's not our ball? And so there was quite a few people out of position on that play. It's easy, it's correctable, but you first have to admit there was a mistake. But there wasn't, and so we have to continue to keep playing.
What do you think about Hardy's performance?
He was great. He was great. Offensively, he was great. Defensively, he did his best, and he was really, really good. And just shows, again, as we talked about pregame, about his growth and the minutes that he deserves. And so he gave us a spark off the bench.
What did you see on the final two plays? The quick trap that you tried to send at Steph, and he was able to beat it for a layup. And then whatever happened with it looked like you guys were running for a quick two to Luka. It just didn't work out.
Basically. Yeah, it's a good question. Answered it. You look at the split of being able to try to corral Curry. It's not easy, and he made a heck of a play by driving it. The read that Luka and Reggie had was the right read. They top locked. We'll take the quick two, and now we'll play the free throw game. And understanding we got a good look, it just didn't go down for us.
How did you think Luka looked after the layoff?
Yeah, I thought he looked great. I mean, for the 10-plus days that he was out, to play under 40 minutes, I thought he looked good. One of the positives, we came out of this healthy, and so now we got to go back to work tomorrow to get ready for Charlotte.
This is the 9th clutch loss since Kyrie debuted. That's the most in the NBA. What do you guys look at? How do you guys work on these end-of-game situations and get better as a team?
Yeah, I think you asked it too. We work on it, just understanding the situation of being able to simulate a game from practice. There's a little different, the adrenaline's going. We've gotten no looks to great looks. And so we just have to stay positive, stay together, understanding that hopefully that will change as we go forward. We've been in a lot of close games on both ends, defensively and offensively, and we haven't had success.
Okay, what was your view of the play late in the third quarter where you guys, referees, you thought you guys had the ball? I guess not.
It was kind of weird, I think the refs, the first time they called it correctly, but when we come out of timeout, there's another ref right out with the sideline thinking probably it's Dallas ball. So I think in those situations you just gotta when they group up, to see who shoots the free throws or if there's anything, they group up and just they could have waited because there was the referee all the way on our side. So I think in this situation you just gotta group up and clear it up.
Right, kind of to your point, I mean, you've never seen a play like that ever in your career, right?
No. Normally they group up, just to discuss, what is it. If the other ref is down there and two there, there's something wrong. So just got to group up.
And so what's going through your mind when you see Golden State just get a gift basket?
I was surprised. Honestly, at that moment, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what is that? But, I never seen that happen in my life.
How'd you feel first game back?
Oh, good. I think a little better than I expected. But missed a couple shots, couple layups. Just trying to get my legs back.
How much was the 5 day or the 5 games off about getting you ready physically, not just injuries, but conditioning in all ways, getting you ready for this stretch of games?
Oh, you said how was it? You said how was it?
Yeah. How much was it focused on that, and do you feel ready to play as much as needed down the stretch?
Yeah, I'm ready. I think in the fourth quarter I was a little bit tired for that, like 1 minute or something. But there was a couple of free throws, so I got my breath back. But it was good, man. We did a lot of work. I think first couple days, we just not running, doing the bike, pull. So it was good.
What's the mood in the locker room? Because this was obviously a pivotal game from the standing standpoint.
Well, the mood is not good, obviously. I mean, every time you lose, it's bad. But we gotta focus. What's next? We lost this game. We gotta go on to the next one. We got one more whole game there. It's a long road trip, which is always tough. So we gotta be focused on winning.
Is this the most frustrated you've ever been at the referees in the NBA?
I mean, no, they're humans. They make mistakes, but I don't want to say nothing.
Do you feel like you're being heard at this point in the season
What do you mean hurt?
by the refs?
I mean, I don't know. Probably because all the talking I do to refs, sometimes they don't want to call it, which I understand them, but it's a basketball game.
You think it works against you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's my fault. That's why.
What's the next step for you in that then to take the next step forward as a player?
Right now, it's tough to focus on that. We got 10 games. We gotta win. But I think this summer, gotta think what I'm gonna do.
Jaden Hardy's shown quite a bit of strides in his development lately. What have you seen from him over the last couple games, in particular?
I mean, he's gonna be a great player. I mean, he's already good, really good. But I think talking to him, understanding the game, I think sometimes he goes like really quick. I just tell him, to slow down. But he's really good, and he listens. He listens to me a lot, so I think he's gonna be really good.
Something that kind of stands out often when you play the Warriors, you usually draw two defenders and you use no-look passes to kind of, manipulate the back line of the defense. What are some keys that go into a successful, no-look pass in those situations?
Just they don't expect it sometimes. When I was driving, there was always a early low man, so people were open, and they're just playing the right basketball.
Playing time, are you comfortable with the offense and the flow of the game?
Yeah. When I get out there, I just try to let the game come to me. Play within the offense, take the right shots, make the right plays, and
How much comfort are you now feeling in these situations? The Memphis game was a big game. This game came down the wire. You're in the game.
Mm-hmm.
How much more comfortable do you feel?
Yeah, I feel real comfortable out there. Just trusting in the work I put in the gym late at nights, and when I get out there, just staying poised and playing within myself, trying to make the right plays.
Would you guys as a team see in that third quarter play where you guys were on one side, the Warriors were on the other side, they got a quick basket, everybody seemed to be confused?
Yeah, well, we thought they had told us that it was our ball, so that's how that went, and then they didn't say nothing else, so they just gave them the points, so I don't know how that worked out.
You scored a career-high 15 points off of catch-and-shoot threes. What led to you getting those types of looks and attributed to your success in knocking them down?
Just my teammates finding me being in the right places at the right time. LD, he's going to find you, so just being ready to knock him down whenever it comes to me. And, yeah, my teammates did a good job today finding me when I was open and just had to knock him down.
How is a guy like having Kyrie kind of in the locker room? I think a lot of fans kind of see a similar play style within y'all, especially with those ball skills. How has someone like him helped your game improve?
Yeah, since the time he's been here, he's helped me a lot. He's always in my ear, giving me feedback, what he thinks, what he sees when I'm out there on the floor. So that always helps coming from him. And, when I was younger, I looked up to him, watched a lot of him. So I tried to take things from his game and add them to mine. So just having him here with me and him being able to tell me things and just help me get better. Yeah, I'm super grateful for that.
You mentioned that you used to look up to Kyrie and now you're playing with him. I don't know if it might be too early to ask, but there are players now that are looking up to you and in your position. Has that kind of set in at all?
I mean, no, that hasn't really set in yet. I'm still like young career, so I still just be thinking like just going with the flow right now. But yeah, I mean, it's great though just to have somebody like that you watched growing up, and now he's teammates with you, so it's kind of crazy.
Jaden, you said young career. What areas of your game do you see has grown the most over this course of the season?
Can you repeat that question?
What areas of your game, your skill set, maybe mentally, what areas of your game have you seen grown the most over the season?
I would say probably my playmaking, just me being able to make the right plays, find my teammates when they open, making the right reads when I get out there. That's something that I've been big on working on, trying to develop and continue to go to develop and, just continue to work on my shot, work on my game. So.
May not always be 6 out of 9, but is your 3-ball feeling particularly good right now?
Yeah, it's feeling good right now.
What is that something are you getting better looks, or is there something that's happened that you feel has triggered this?
I would say the reps that I've just been putting in the gym, and it's translating now. Just when I'm out there, just being comfortable knocking down those shots, like as I would when I'm practicing by myself. So it's just translating to the game now.
You had a pull-up three after Luka set a ball screen for you. What advantages do you see when Luka or someone like him, like a star, sets a screen for you when you're attacking?
Yeah, all the attention is on Luka when he's out there. So they're gonna try to double him or whatever. So those are good times for when they're doubling him for me to get downhill, try to make a play for my teammates or go score the ball, and just being able to knock down the open shots when I see them.
It seems that you've gotten pretty comfortable, like playing with pace, and attacking switches, especially in the Grizzlies game. It seemed like you kind of knew the advantages you had. What has kind of helped you to improve in that area as the season's gone along?
Just watching a lot of film, from the games, and then just going back in the gym and working on it, and then just whenever those opportunities came, just being ready for them.